Have you ever wondered what strange objects try to sneak through airports? Today, we bring you some of the most surprising situations that airport security has had to face. From unusual shipments to creative smuggling, the TSA's mission is to prevent prohibited items from making it on board. In this video, we will explore the 20 craziest things found by airport security, some of which seem straight out of a movie. Get ready to be amazed by the most unusual and astonishing discoveries that have stopped travelers in their tracks. Number 20. The unexpected find in 2020. At Dallas International Airport in 2020, TSA officers faced a puzzling situation when during a luggage check, they discovered an unexpected package. Several dead birds wrapped in plastic, hidden among seemingly innocent items.
Washington Dulles International Airport sees a package containing several dead birds inside a passenger's luggage.
The owner of the luggage tried to justify the presence of the birds, claiming they were meant to feed his cat. But the situation quickly became more complicated due to the fact that these animals came from China, a country whose avian flu outbreak had put international authorities on high alert. As a precaution, the security personnel decided to incinerate the birds to prevent any risk of disease spread. This incident not only highlights the complex decisions that security officers must make, but also the importance of properly declaring the items being transported, especially when dealing with materials that could pose potential risks to public health. Number 19. Smuggling of bobtail lizards. In 2017, an incident at Perth Airport in Australia revealed a concerning example of wildlife trafficking.
An X-ray of their check-in luggage revealed bobtail lizards.
A Japanese traveler was arrested and fined $10,000 after attempting to smuggle 13 live bobtail lizards in his suitcase. The reptiles, which were hidden in cotton bags, were discovered thanks to the airport's efficient security screening. Although the smuggler tried to minimize the suffering of the animals by using this type of packaging, the operation was far from innocent. Bobtail lizards, also known as shingleback skinks, are a species native to Australia. Their rough appearance and relatively docile nature make them highly coveted in the black market for pets. Due to their rarity and beauty, these reptiles can fetch high prices in the illegal market, ranging from $5,000 to $10,000 per individual, depending on factors such as health and coloration. This creates a strong incentive for smugglers to take extreme risks, such as hiding the animals in inadequate conditions during transport. The discovery not only involved an attempt at smuggling, but also severe animal cruelty. Although the lizards were alive, they were not in the best condition. Being confined to such a small space without the proper conditions for their well-being put them at serious risk. Had they not been rescued, the reptiles could have suffered irreversible damage or even died. Cases like this illustrate the harm that illegal wildlife trafficking can cause not only to the animals involved, but also to the ecosystems they come from. The detection of this smuggling operation underscores the importance of international laws such as the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, CITES, which work to regulate the trade of endangered species. Enforcing these laws is crucial for protecting both animals and ecosystems from illegal exploitation. Public awareness of the dangers of wildlife trafficking also plays a key role in reducing demand. Fortunately, in this case, the bobtail lizards were rescued, and the smuggler received a significant fine, emphasizing the seriousness of these crimes and the need for strict penalties to deter wildlife trafficking. Number 18. Turtle smuggling operation. The trafficking of exotic animals is a serious crime that continues to be a persistent challenge worldwide.
1,529 live turtles.
In 2019, a major seizure in the Philippines revealed the scale of this problem. Authorities discovered 1,529 live turtles, many of them rare and protected species, which had been wrapped in adhesive tape and hidden inside suitcases abandoned at the airport. The seized turtles included species such as the star tortoise, red-footed tortoise, sulcata tortoise, and red-eared slider, which are highly valued on the black market due to their beauty and rarity. This turtle smuggling operation was particularly alarming, not only because of the number of animals involved, but also because of the risk it posed to endangered species. The value of the turtles on the black market was estimated at over $50,000, highlighting the economic incentive behind wildlife trafficking. The suitcases had been sent from Hong Kong, but the smugglers chose to abandon them, possibly out of fear of being detected or considering the risk of being caught was too high. Philippine authorities intercepted the operation, but the problem remains severe on a global scale. This discovery highlights the international trafficking of protected species and the urgent need to improve security measures at airports and borders. The consequences for offenders are severe, and in the Philippines, wildlife trafficking crimes can result in hefty fines and prison sentences of up to 2 years. However, the ongoing demand for exotic animals and the significant profits involved in the illegal trade mean that the problem persists. The fight against wildlife trafficking requires not only penalizing offenders, but also promoting international cooperation and raising public awareness about the negative impact of illegal wildlife trade. The turtle smuggling operation in the Philippines is a stark reminder of the extreme measures some traffickers are willing to take to exploit protected species and underscores the need for constant vigilance and more effective action on a global level. Number 17. The snake scare at Newark. In 2019, Newark Airport in New Jersey was the scene of a surprising incident involving a 15-inch snake. During a routine security check by the TSA, a young girl passing through the area noticed something unusual, a snake slithering across the floor. The sudden appearance of this reptile triggered an immediate alarm, especially due to the surprise and fear it caused among nearby passengers. Fortunately, it was confirmed that the snake was not venomous, which helped calm things down. But the situation was still concerning. It is believed that the snake had escaped from a passenger's luggage or carry-on bag, revealing how reptiles, often smuggled, can evade detection. Since reptiles do not carry metallic objects, they are difficult to detect with conventional airport security methods. This case highlights a disturbing reality. Sometimes, animal smugglers manage to sneak creatures into airports without being detected. The TSA stated that the owner of the snake would not be able to reclaim their pet, which was a sensible decision given the nature of the incident and the potential risk of allowing an uncontrolled snake to move freely through an airport. This event is just one example of the challenges airport authorities face in their fight against wildlife smuggling. Number 16. Money hidden in food in New Delhi. In an attempted smuggling operation at Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi, a traveler came up with a complex and clever strategy to avoid detection of large sums of cash. His plan was to hide rolled-up banknotes inside various packaged foods such as cookies and peanuts, trying to disguise the money as common, unremarkable items that wouldn't raise suspicion. However, the TSA's thorough screening and surveillance left no room for error. Despite the smuggler's creativity, the airport security system detected the attempted smuggling, thwarting his plan. Although the exact destination of the money is unknown, such attempts are often linked to illegal activities such as money laundering or tax evasion. This case illustrates how people resort to increasingly sophisticated strategies to evade the law, emphasizing the importance of constant vigilance at airports to prevent the smuggling of illicit funds. Number 15. Drug smuggling in a wheelchair. In 2022, an attempt at smuggling that seemed clever but ultimately failed was uncovered at John F. Kennedy Airport. A passenger had hidden 28 pounds of cocaine in the wheels of their wheelchair, attempting to bypass security in what appeared to be a discreet method. However, the wheelchair was not functioning properly, which raised suspicions among customs and border protection officers. The issue was resolved when an X-ray examination revealed the hidden cargo, leading to the immediate arrest of the passenger. This failed smuggling attempt demonstrates that, despite assumptions that individuals with disabilities would be less likely to be suspected, traffickers are willing to use any means possible to hide illicit substances. The wheelchair's wheels, overloaded with cocaine, were not functioning smoothly, which prompted the officer's intervention. The cocaine, valued at nearly $500,000, was seized, and the traveler was handed over to the appropriate authorities to face federal charges. This case shows that even the most ingenious methods, such as hiding drugs in medical devices, can be uncovered with the proper vigilance. Airport security is trained to detect unusual behavior and any irregularities in passengers' luggage or personal items. Number 14. The gun hidden in a chicken. If you thought the strangest smuggling attempts had already been seen, let me present the case of a traveler at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport in Florida who tried to sneak a gun inside a raw chicken.
The TSA found a handgun inside a raw chicken at a Florida airport.
Yes, inside a chicken. The weapon was carefully wrapped in plastic or paper and placed inside the bird, likely in an attempt to avoid a thorough inspection. The logic behind this method was that security personnel might hesitate to handle a raw chicken, allowing the gun to go unnoticed. However, as once again demonstrated, airport authorities are not fooled by such peculiar methods. Officers are trained to examine even the most unusual objects, and in this case, the smuggler's creativity wasn't enough to evade security. Despite the rarity of the attempt, TSA agents proved that no matter how ingenious the plan, nothing escapes detection during the inspection process. Number 13. The cat and the mysterious suitcase. A somewhat humorous but no less interesting story occurred when the TSA at an airport in the United States discovered a cat hidden inside a suitcase during a routine inspection. While at first the situation seemed suspicious, the investigation revealed that the cat actually belonged to a neighbor of the suitcase's owner. Apparently, the feline, who often curiously explored among boxes and luggage, had climbed into the suitcase without anyone noticing. Although the owner denied knowing how the cat had ended up there, the actual pet owner confirmed that their cat had this odd habit. Fortunately, no charges were pressed, and the cat was returned to its owner without issue. However, the story left more than one person smiling at the strange mishaps that can happen while traveling. Number 12. The unexpected lobster. In 2017, a TSA officer at Logan Airport in Boston made a surprising discovery during a routine inspection of checked luggage. Inside one suitcase was a large, live lobster. While this might seem unusual, it wasn't too shocking for the agents, as in certain areas like New England, it is quite common to transport lobsters, especially during festive seasons when they are popular at banquets. What really caught attention, however, was how the lobster was packed, carefully wrapped in tape to prevent its claws from causing issues, and placed inside a portable cooler to ensure it stayed fresh during the flight. This incident highlights the curious situations security officers handle on a daily basis, turning what could be a routine moment into a small display of creativity and caution. The TSA, far from considering it an inconvenience, simply handled it as part of their job to ensure passenger safety. Number 11. The sword cane. Logan Airport in Boston was the scene of a discovery that left security officers baffled. A seemingly harmless cane that in reality concealed a sharp sword. In 2021, a passenger was stopped by the TSA when their cane set off the metal detector. Upon further inspection, it was revealed that the cane wasn't just a walking accessory, but a concealed device.
It's actually a sword, and the person who owns this,
a camouflage sword that could have caused serious harm in the wrong hands. Such objects, often used in espionage or situations requiring stealth, are uncommon at airports, but the TSA is experienced at detecting such weapons. The curious part of this case was that the passenger, when questioned, claimed not to know that their cane contained a sword inside. While this may have been an excuse to avoid legal trouble, the agents did not buy it. It is not uncommon for travelers to attempt to bypass security with seemingly harmless objects, and the sword cane is one of the classic examples of how people try to smuggle hidden weapons through checkpoints. These types of objects, usually designed to be discreet and easy to carry, demonstrate how creativity in smuggling can surprise even the most experienced security officers. Although the sword cane was confiscated, the traveler was allowed to continue their journey without major repercussions, which raises the question of whether authorities sometimes choose not to impose severe penalties depending on the circumstances. This type of incident also highlights the importance of thorough inspections and how advanced detection technologies allow officers to identify even the most sophisticated weapons. The sword cane is just one example of how smugglers and travelers often attempt to circumvent security regulations, and how in most cases these attempts are ultimately thwarted by the constant vigilance of airport officers. Number 10. The gun disguised as a lipstick. During a security check at Bradley Airport in 2021, officers discovered something quite unusual: an electric stun gun that had been concealed in a lipstick case to avoid detection. While stun guns are legal on flights, they must be transported securely, usually in checked luggage and never in carry-on bags.
The TSA confiscating this lipstick stun gun and some bullets during a security screening at Windsor.
The stun gun, along with .38 caliber ammunition, was found in a passenger's carry-on, which surprised the officers. The combination of an electric weapon with ammunition in the same bag raised questions about the owner's intentions. Was the passenger trying to smuggle it in some way, or did they simply not understand the restrictions? This case highlights how people resort to surprising methods to hide prohibited items and the constant vigilance that security officers must maintain to ensure passenger safety. Number 9. The fake pregnancy. A particularly clever and dangerous smuggling method was discovered in Colombia when a smuggler attempted to hide 2 kilos of cocaine inside a fake pregnancy. Instead of concealing the drugs within his body, the man opted to use a pregnancy disguise that mimicked the appearance of a pregnant woman. The smuggler had managed to create a fake belly with specific materials, but something seemed off. During a routine airport inspection, officers noticed that the artificial belly was too rigid and cold, which raised suspicions. When the agents began to investigate, they discovered a package of cocaine inside the pregnancy. This tactic reflects the extremes to which some people go to evade strict smuggling laws. Smugglers often resort to innovative methods to hide illegal substances, and the fake pregnancy is one of the most unusual examples of how human ingenuity is used for illegal purposes. While the creativity may seem impressive, the legal consequences are severe.
After allegedly trying to smuggle 2 kilograms of cocaine,
the smuggler not only faced arrest, but also had to contend with prison sentences that could have reached up to 8 years. This case also underscores the importance of constant vigilance at airports, as smugglers are always trying to find ways to evade security checks. The technology and experience of officers are crucial in detecting these unusual strategies and preventing drug trafficking. The fake pregnancy is a clear example of how smuggling can take extremely sophisticated forms, but in the end, timely detection and intervention ensure that these attempts are thwarted. The story also reflects the high risks and severe consequences faced by those who choose the path of smuggling. Number 8. Smuggling in mattresses. Human trafficking remains a serious global issue, and smugglers are resorting to increasingly unusual methods to bypass security checks. In 2019, Spanish authorities intercepted a particularly strange smuggling attempt at their border. During a routine inspection, officers discovered 2 men hidden inside a mattress. This smuggling attempt was part of an illegal operation where coyotes, human traffickers, attempted to move migrants across borders clandestinely. Using a mattress as a hiding place may seem, in theory, like a clever strategy, but in practice, it proved completely ineffective. The men were not in critical condition requiring medical attention, but their choice to hide in such a small and impractical space highlights the extremes traffickers go to. The two men were found without difficulty, demonstrating the importance of maintaining constant vigilance at the borders. This case underscores the complexity of human trafficking and the need for stricter security measures to prevent such crimes. Human traffickers use a variety of methods to hide migrants, from hidden compartments in vehicles to extreme techniques like hiding them in mattresses. While these attempts are often ingenious in most cases, they fail to evade detection by border agents. Authorities must continue to develop new technologies and inspection procedures to address these risks. International efforts in the fight against human trafficking are also essential, as the illegal trafficking of people affects thousands of vulnerable individuals and has devastating consequences for the victims. Number 7. Drugs, hidden in shoes. Drug smuggling is another area where methods are constantly evolving. In 2022 in Mumbai, authorities discovered a cocaine smuggling attempt where the drugs were hidden not only in a woman's shoes, but also in her suitcases. The idea behind hiding the drugs in the shoes was to exploit a blind spot in the inspections, but in the end, it was not enough to fool the security officers. This was neither the first nor the last such attempt, as traffickers are always looking for new ways to hide illicit substances. A similar case in 2019 involved soap bars specially made to conceal heroin, a strategy that was also thwarted thanks to the meticulous observation of the officers. The smuggling industry has turned to increasingly sophisticated techniques such as custom-made jackets with secret compartments to hide drugs. However, constant vigilance and the use of advanced technology at airports continue to evolve to combat these methods. Authorities have learned to detect anomalies in the density of objects even when camouflaged in everyday products, which highlights the importance of having a security system adapted to these new tactics. Number 6. Smuggling a tiger cub in a teddy bear suitcase. In a security operation at Bangkok International Airport, officers found something far more dangerous than it seemed at first glance. A suitcase that, on the outside, appeared to contain stuffed toys. However, upon closer inspection, a macabre secret was revealed. Inside the stuffed animals, carefully camouflaged, was a sedated tiger cub. The cub, which was apparently being transported to Iran, was found in alarming conditions, anesthetized and trapped among the stuffed toys in an attempt to go unnoticed. This discovery not only shocked the authorities, but also underscored the extremes some people are willing to go to in order to smuggle endangered species. The cub was rescued in time, but this incident highlights the vulnerability of exotic animals to illegal exploitation and the urgent need for stricter security measures at airports around the world to prevent such crimes. Number 5. Ammunition hidden in deodorant. In 2021, a routine security check at Atlantic City International Airport revealed one of the most peculiar smuggling attempts. During the inspection, TSA agents discovered 6 bullets hidden inside a stick of deodorant. While the idea of concealing ammunition inside a personal hygiene item is surprisingly creative, it did not manage to fool the airport's security technology. The X-ray machines, which are capable of detecting even the most unusual objects, immediately flagged the hidden bullets inside the deodorant stick. The smuggler tried to disguise the bullets, perhaps hoping that the conventional shape of the deodorant, a common item that usually goes unnoticed, would prevent detection. However, the TSA has decades of experience handling complex concealment methods and is prepared to detect even the most ingenious schemes. The fact that the bullets were hidden without a firearm present raised even more questions. Firearms, as is well known, are not allowed on planes unless they are properly registered and transported according to specific regulations, which means without ammunition. The attempt to hide the bullets without the firearm is a clear indication that the smuggler was trying to bypass strict security regulations.
And see if it has picked up any traces of narcotics.
Although the smuggling attempt failed, it serves as a reminder of the constant battle between smugglers seeking to evade security and authorities who remain ever vigilant, improving their detection techniques. The most intriguing part of this case is the audacity of the plan, demonstrating the lengths some individuals are willing to go to in order to transport prohibited items. The TSA, for its part, continues to prove that its security technology is capable of detecting unusual objects, no matter how ingenious the concealment attempts may be. The officer's intervention ensured that the smuggler did not succeed in his objective, and the trafficker faced the consequences of his failed attempt. This incident underscores the importance of airport security measures and how modern technology remains a key tool in preventing the smuggling of dangerous items, even as methods continue to evolve. Security checks are designed not only to identify weapons, but also to detect substances and dangerous objects that may go unnoticed during manual inspections, making X-ray machines a critical part of flight safety. Number 4, the Golden Wig Scheme. In 2022, a man from India attempted something that might have seemed like a tasteless joke, but was actually a very serious attempt to smuggle gold through airport security. How did he do it? He hid approximately 686 grams of gold, worth $43,000, under a wig. Although the idea of hiding such a heavy metal under a wig seems absurd, what's even more surprising is that he thought he could go unnoticed in security checks. However, the gold was quickly detected, and the man was arrested. This case highlights the creativity of smugglers, while also demonstrating the effectiveness of security technologies, such as metal detectors, which continue to be a key tool in the fight against smuggling.
Attention all enforcement officers, anyone in the vicinity of a Mandarin-speaking officer, Yankee 2 Charlie.
But this wasn't the only strange smuggling attempt thwarted by technology. In 2018, for instance, a smuggler tried to hide diamonds inside a box of chocolates. Despite the ingenious camouflage, a routine inspection of the package revealed its strange density, leading to the discovery. Similarly, in 2019, authorities intercepted a shipment of gemstones hidden inside the soles of shoes. Even though smugglers try everything to pass unnoticed, X-ray technology remains their primary enemy. Number 3, the child hidden in a suitcase. A truly distressing case occurred at an airport in Spain when a father, desperate to reunite with his 8-year-old son, resorted to an extremely dangerous and illegal method. He hired a trafficking ring to hide his child inside a suitcase, intending for him to be transported clandestinely to another country. The suitcase, apparently containing only clothes, passed through security checks without being detected until a more thorough inspection revealed the presence of the child. Officers, alerted by the suspicious behavior of the suitcase, were able to avoid a tragedy. This incident exposed not only the desperation of a father willing to risk his own child's life, but also the horrific dangers of human trafficking. Fortunately, the child was rescued, and the father faced severe legal consequences, including charges of illegal trafficking and endangering the life of his son. Number 2, smuggling birds in hair curlers. An unusual case occurred in New York in 2021 when a man was arrested for attempting to smuggle songbirds inside hair curlers. The creativity of the smuggler was impressive, as he managed to hide 35 birds in the empty spaces of several curlers he had attached to his clothes. What made the situation even more peculiar was that the birds were songbirds, which could have quickly given them away because of their characteristic sounds. When interrogated, the man explained that he would receive a large sum of money for delivering the birds, who were to be used in competitions where the prizes were quite substantial. This type of illegal animal trafficking is not rare, as in some markets, songbirds can fetch high prices, leading many to take risks to smuggle them. This case highlighted both the determination of smugglers and the astuteness of security agents, who must always be alert to the most ingenious ways to evade the law. Number 1. The peanut butter smuggling scheme. Sometimes it's not what a person brings with them that causes trouble, but what they try to hide. An unusual case occurred at Pittsburgh International Airport when a TSA agent discovered something odd during a routine baggage inspection.
You got any more money inside? Cash? No, not at all? Dollars?
After triggering the alarm, the agent traced the source of the problem to a jar of peanut butter. What appeared to be a simple jar of peanut butter actually contained 3 vape cartridges filled with marijuana. The traveler who attempted to smuggle the marijuana claimed that the substance was for medical use. However, the way they tried to conceal it inside the peanut butter jar shows just how creative people can get when attempting to evade the law. While medical marijuana may be legal in some areas, attempting to smuggle it in this way clearly isn't. This case highlights the risks of trying to bypass security laws, as even if the marijuana might have been legal in some places, hiding it illegally led to severe consequences. The TSA's intervention, along with law enforcement, resulted in the arrest of the traveler, who now faces serious legal repercussions. The lesson from this case is clear. No matter how inventive smugglers may get, security is prepared to detect any attempt to conceal illicit substances. This case also emphasizes the importance of airport security screenings, which focus not only on weapons and explosives, but also on drugs and other prohibited items. Throughout these cases, we have seen how smugglers are willing to push creativity to the limit, whether hiding gold in a wig or camouflaging a weapon inside a raw chicken. However, no matter how surprising these smuggling attempts are, they are still uncovered thanks to the rigorous security measures implemented at airports. Constant vigilance, the use of advanced technology, and the ongoing training of officers are essential in detecting these increasingly ingenious ways of breaking the law. The lesson is clear. No matter how complex smuggling attempts may be, security authorities are always one step ahead. And although the creativity of smugglers will never cease to amaze us, it also serves as a reminder that the fight against organized crime never stops. If you were surprised by these stories, or if you know of other smuggling cases that defy even more imagination, leave us your comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time,